Hello there everybody. I just thought I'd give you all update or look at my peppers and tomatoes that I'm started indoors this year. This is the first look for all of you out there. I know some of you are interested, so I'm going to give you a look. I think I'll start with my peppers first. You can see how things are growing. This is after just between 5 and 6 weeks, I think closer to 6 weeks of growth. So you can see how they're doing. So here's all the peppers that I'm growing this year. Other years I've grown more. I decided to kind of just focus on not growing 2 or 3 of everything, just grow 2 of some things and more like 1 of certain peppers, especially some of the hot ones. I get enough peppers off of 1 hot one to give me what I want for the year pretty much. So I'm just going to go with focusing on quality more than quantity. With the exception of some jalapenos. I'm growing 4 jalapenos, but I'm probably going to give away at least 1 of those. This is a jalapeno. This is a jalapeno. I find jalapenos are nice and prolific, especially if you have the right seeds to go from. This is also a jalapeno as well. And what else do I got here? This is a Greek pepperoncini. I did really well with this last year. I had one that was growing just like this. I didn't really pay attention to it much, and by the end of summer or early fall, it was producing, I think I might have got 70 or so peppers, maybe 80. But yeah, it was just crazy. They're not huge peppers, but it's just amazing to get so many peppers off of one plant that I didn't really do much with. I just let it grow. What else? Got some yellow bell peppers back there. This one's just a red bell pepper. Oh, this one's pretty good. It's a paprika pepper. Well, see that flower? This one flowers so early. If I don't pay attention, I'll have like 2 peppers growing off of it before I even take it outside. But I want to concentrate the growth on the roots, so I'm going to pinch off the flowers. I know that probably makes some of you sad, but in the long term, it's really better to pinch off the flowers and let it concentrate its growth on the roots and the greenery. You get a much better plant that way. Oh, see, this one's just starting to flower too. Which one's that? It's another jalapeno. I have a yellow 7-pot somewhere in here. Just gonna find it. Oh, it's way at the back. It's this one. And this is my favorite one. At least I think it's going to be my favorite one. This is a Carolina Reaper. I was growing one last year, and I don't know what happened. I think I planted it in kind of a bad spot where it was too wet, and it didn't do too well. I got like 1 pepper off of it. It just didn't grow well. So I'm going to try again. This one already is growing really nice, so it grows slow, but you know, as long as I get some peppers off of it, I don't mind. But very interesting plant to grow. And now on to my tomatoes. They're actually put on quite a bit of growth, even in the last week, where, you know, normally people have these shelves like this. Basically what I do is once they get big enough, I take out a shelf. So now it's basically, I think, now it's around 18 inches from top to bottom, which is just perfect for what I need. I hope I can get these outside sooner rather than later, but the way the weather is here, I don't think it's going to be earlier than another 2 to 3 weeks. So I might have to do a little bit of trimming. See that one? It's already, the back It's already started to go a little crazy, and I don't need that here. Alright, so let's have a look what some of the varieties I'm growing. Example like this one. This is a black Seaman. It's a nice big blackish pepper. What's this one behind here? Oh, Martino's plum tomato back there. This one, I actually got seeds for this type in late spring. And so I started the seeds late spring. Everything else I already had up to like this size. And this one actually kind of caught up and outproduced some of my other tomatoes. This produces a plum tomato. So if you like to make your own sauce or something, it's perfect. And they were excellent plum tomatoes. Very meaty and very flavorful. I got tons of tomatoes off of one plant. I don't know how many. I got lots. Just, I don't know, 40 or so. I don't know. But I started 2 of them from seed. So between the 2 of them, I had tons of tomatoes. I don't generally make sauce or anything, but I think this year I'm going to. But yeah, just remember this Martino's. They're very, very great strain of tomato. This big one up front, this is the Cherokee Purple, which I'm sure a lot of you grow. Generally you get a nice big stalk out of this, and they produce pretty well, and it's a great tasting tomato. I just personally really like it. Some people aren't thrilled with it because it doesn't taste like a grocery store style of, or like a beefsteak style. But yeah, I like the unique flavor and look of it. What's this? This is just a yellow tomato, like the kind they charge too much at the grocery store for because it's yellow. Just growing that for fun. What's this one? Oh, okay. So this one's called a Zima. They're not very big for this one. I planted 2 of them. Somewhere its twin is back there. Just thought I'd try this. This Zima is actually from one of these at the grocery store. So I'm going to see how it grows. These are like the little ones that people eat as a snack and everything. I don't generally buy these, but had some around, so decided to try planting some. I'll grow my own. This one, purple cherry tomato, not to be confused with my Russian black cherry. This is one, somebody just gave me seeds, and it was like a purplish tomato. I don't know the origin. It tasted pretty good, and it was nice color, so nice flesh color too. So yeah, I'm growing it. Just gonna grow one just to see how that does. Oh yeah, this was one of my favorites from last year. I got the seeds from Rob Bob, who's pretty popular on here. This is the yellow Multiflora, and this basically produces tomatoes grown kind of like grapes. So they grow in big clumps where you just put your hand out and just grab like 12 tomatoes in like one grab. Like, you wouldn't believe it unless you've seen it. So yeah, I really enjoyed growing one of these. I don't think you ever need to grow two of these because you'll get hundreds and hundreds of tomatoes. If you have one, you'll know what I mean. If you've ever grown one, I mean. What's this? This one's Black Seaman too. I'm already growing one of these, and this one looks like it's doing terrible, so I'm gonna have to make a decision, and it'll probably be to ditch this one. So I'll have to think about that. I'll put it aside for now. Oh, this one is a nice healthy stalk. This is a Martino's as well. What do I got here? Aha, these are the black cherry tomato, which is definitely one of my favorites. It's a nice, flavorful, hearty cherry tomato. They're bigger cherries than just about any other cherry tomato I've ever planted, but they just yield just amazing. They grow really good. They generally produce fruit quicker than almost any other. So yeah, it's a winner. Okay, Now this is the one type of tomato that's called a determinate, which means it'll grow to a certain point and then it dies, but it generally produces tomatoes much sooner than the regular indeterminate tomatoes that most people grow. But yeah, it produces nice tomatoes. They're not huge, but they do taste good. They look good. They're consistent. So yeah, I'm growing a couple KY1, so I get early tomatoes. And then when those die back, I can plant something else there too in the middle of summer. Okay, and this one's growing really weird looking. But this is my OSU Blue tomato. This is my third year trying to grow them. I've grown them, but they just don't produce very many tomatoes. The last 2 years I got 1 tomato each, and they didn't really grow well enough to even turn blue. So this is my last try. If I make a video next year and I'm still trying, then I don't know, I broke my promise to myself. Back there is kind of a spindly KY1. I'm definitely going to cut the head off that and let it grow out a little better. Okay, and then in this tray, a lot of duplicates of what I just showed you. Here's one I've had good luck with. This is called a black Krim tomato. By Krim, that's meaning it originates in Crimea, which is sort of in Ukraine or Russia, depending on your political views. So anyways, this is growing very nice. It's very healthy growth, very nice stalk. These tend to start out kind of short and stout, but very, nice thick stalk. But once you get them outside, they really take off. They just grow out and up. And yeah, I've really enjoyed growing that one for the last couple of years. Yeah, and back there, I'm not going to bother pulling them out. I'm growing some cherry tomatoes, some grape tomatoes, just generic stuff like that. And yeah, that's about it. I'll often grow the cherry tomatoes in either smaller pots outside. I don't mean small pots. I mean more like what they call the 3-gallon pot, something like that. If you do that, they'll generally produce fruit very quickly. You won't get a ton of fruit, but if you just want something easy and get lots of get some fruit early in the season, that's a pretty good way to go, depending on what your goal is. For these bigger ones like Cherokee Purple and Black Krim, I like to just plant them in the ground and give them... Uh-oh. That's kind of a blooper, but I just had something fall and kind of broke one of my plants. I'm not really worried though. I'll just probably start this in some soil and it'll be fine. Not worried. Alright, so while I put away all these plants, I hope you all have a great day and thanks for watching.